bom dia, bem-vindo ao nosso canal Quinta, Fonte, Pipa.
Hello, good morning, welcome back to our channel Quinta, Fonte, Pipa. Um dia muito frio em Portugal hoje.
A very cold day in Portugal today.
Yeah. Nossa é onda sol.
Don't know where the sun is.
So this video is going to be the third and last part in our repairs on the Portuguese homestead, and after laying all the pipes in part 2, which I'll put a link to just up there, I finished laying all the pipes in the ground, and then I'm going to try and finish the little pump house which is at the back of the house. We'd like to say thank you very much to Gerhard, who is a new Patreon, but he also emailed us, and after our last video where we showed you the wooden pieces and we were outside the what's going to be my new woodwork shop, he emailed us and he very kindly offered to send us some money to help pay for the website, and he did that, but he actually sent us all the money to pay for the website. So vielen Dank, Gerhard. Thank you very much, Gerhard. I appreciate that very much. It's all paid for now. I've been working on, we've been working on editing it, but between all the work you see us doing, editing the videos and doing the website, I reckon it'll be a couple of weeks before it's up and running, and obviously I need my workshop up and running so I can start creating some more stuff to put on the website.
We are already halfway through doing the website.
It's just all the finishing touches. Yeah, it's just all the finishing touches, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Well, hello again. The second day of me getting the pump and the filter set up for the house. As you can see, I made the part of the box yesterday. Sandra and Molly are going shopping this morning, so they're going to pick me up some more blocks. I've just been into the village to go and get more fittings, because when you're dealing with the steel fittings like this and then the plastic, the varying differences of sizes and male ends, female ends, it becomes a bit of a struggle to actually get them all in one shop. So you get sort of 90% of it in the village, then you find they're short of something or out of stock, so then you have to go to either Alcane's or to Castelo Branco, and then they've got a different selection of stuff, or when you get there they've actually got better fittings. You could have done it in half the amount of bits, but it's always the same when I do it. So I've got limited space in here, so this is coming from our tank over there. Going to come into the filters we've got here, then into the pump, then this comes out of here, I think you can see it, and then it'll come into here, which goes into the house. So anyway, I'm going to get on with this. I'm sure you're not really going to want to see me screwing together and faffing around with this for the next hour, so I'm going to cut it now, and then I'll bring you back when hopefully it's all done. Well, as you can see, I've got on quite a bit since you last saw this. I've got it all up. I think we showed you how I made the concrete lintel that's on there. I've rendered the inside edges of here, ready to take the render and to fill up the horrible ends of the blocks that these Tajugo have got. And the only reason I've rendered the back wall here, I don't really care what it looks like inside my little pump shed, but I've rendered it because it's going to help hold the raw plug, so when I mount this piece of wood, because this bracket gets mounted to the piece of wood, because the filters are slightly off forward of the wall, they're not right up against the wall like this, they're slight, so you can undo them. So I've got to mount this on the wall like that, then these on here, and then the pumps get mounted at the bottom. So before I do that, I thought, well, I better that's pretty much prepped. I've got the raw plugs already set in the wall. Before I rendered it, it's going off now as we speak. I'm going to tile this, so I'm going to use some of my old bits of square tubing I've got left over. There we go, that's spot on. and I think we're only going to need one bar with 2 tiles. What I'm intending on doing, one tile like that, hopefully with a little overhang so the water doesn't sort of run down the wall but drips off, and then obviously the water that runs on the patio is going to go in this drain that we've got. And what I want at the back, because I'm going to render the outside of this wall, if that's the wall, I want the tile to just overhang it, so when I render it, it comes up flush to the tile. And I played with this a bit yesterday, and I think we're going to get exactly what we need out of this. So just going to cut this to suit to the correct length, because obviously it's longer. And I've got my welder over there, and then I'm just going to put a couple of tack welds over on that side, because it's got, I've put a piece of steel in here, and then this would just get mounted into the cement. These little gaps here are going to get filled in with cement, because the tile's going to sit like that, and obviously it wants filling and sticking underneath. I'm really struggling to look at you, the sun's incredibly bright. Perfect. Just inside the wall a little bit. Spirit level. Thought you'd nicked it then. This will be cement underneath the tile when I sit it, because at the moment the tiles are sitting on the, so I've got to get them to sit how they're going to sit properly, and then I can get the correct measurement for the overhang at the back. Right, well, as you can see, I've got the tiles on. All that's pretty much left to do now to it is I'm going to reinstall the pump, which I'm probably not going to bother showing you me installing it, reconnecting some pipes, but I'll show you once it's set up in there. I've got to mount the filters on their wooden block, and then I'm going to render the outside of the building, and it's pretty much fixed apart from making a wooden door for it. So I'll show you some bits and pieces. I'll film some of it. Thank you very much to everybody for joining and subscribing, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. They should sue a like. So I'm going to crack on with this. Where this has taken 2 or 3 days, the girls have obviously keep asking for water in the house because I keep disconnecting it. I've disconnected it, one, because I don't want to absolutely cover this in cement, and it's mounting the pumps. I needed to disconnect it to give me the movement to get the drill to drill the holes. So with some luck, this is it. Well, it's it. I've got to put an electrical socket in there at the moment. This is the outlet for an X-flare from one of the downstairs toilets. So I've just passed an extension lead through it. Obviously that's not permanent or safe. So I've got another tube the other side. We're going to run and I'll put a socket inside the wall there. I might even put another socket here so we've got some power in the terrace for jet washing and things like that. These pumps aren't actually normal for a lot of people. It's just a small motor with a pump in here, and this is a balloon, they call it. It's a bag which is pressurised, so if you turn a tap on in the house you get instant pressure like you would on mains water until the little sensor in here, and the pump creates the pressure. This doesn't, you don't notice a slow run and then the water pick up. It's just like being on mains water. I think this was 140 euros or something. They're not a lot of money, but you need a filter set up with it if you're drawing from natural water, because no matter how clean your natural water is, you're going to get bits and bobs in there, and as you've seen, leaves and whatnot. So there's the 4 raw plugs. Right, that seems to be good. Right, now to mount these brackets. And I won't put these screws in yet until this is actually fixed to the pump, because that's going to determine exactly where it wants to sit, because I want to keep all the stress off the joints. There we go. I don't know if you can see that. I've just got to put some screws into those filters now. Well, that's looking pretty good. I'm quite chuffed with that. In fact, that might even come out of there. No. Oh yeah, that will. I can plug that in here because the girls are shouting at me they want water. So that's turned on. Decent looking installation. There we go, let's stop now. And any staining of the cement that's on the ground is literally just that, a bit of staining. So when we bring the jet washer to clean the patio, this will get a good clean inside. I'm just getting ready now, cleaning up around the bottom to start rendering it. And speaking of which, I'll mix the cement. Right, I don't know if I actually showed you how I make these edges here. Normally with a piece of wood with a good straight edge on it. You secure it there with pressure against the wall, and then you can infill. Obviously you put one the other side, or maybe I should show you this side. You'd put one like this, and then where you've got the gap here, you fill that in with cement. Obviously you make sure the board's nice and straight, and that's how you get a true edge. And now I'm coming to do this one. I'm going to put one here like this, this is flat, and then I'll put the render in up to here. And obviously with this one here, now I've put the cement in there. Look, this board which I used to make the lintel is too short, is too long. So we're just going to adjust that. Right, well I'm just about to make the frame to go in here for me to start rendering. I've got to cut these bits of wood so they're the right height to take the cross piece and the piece up the top. Obviously we're not finished yet because they could be in any way, so we're just going to run any way in direction, so we'll just put a level across that. Here it is. Am I going to have to go and get my shorter level? I think I am. Or can we do that by eye? I think we can do that by eye. Right, that's level there. That's parallel, so that's straight. It's got to get pushed in a long way yet. And this one. Right, that's pushing these now, but they're solid. That could do with a push. And we'll just put something against that. Good enough. Always wet your equipment, because it stops the cement sticking to your tools. Makes them easier to clean at the end of the day, basically. And wetting that will just help the cement suck onto the brick a bit better. And obviously you don't want any chances of that being funny around the doorway where you're going to bang it. And obviously the edges are more fragile than the rest. Well, that's the rendering done, and now I'm going to go over it with a sponge very lightly. I don't know if you can see what it's doing, but it's bringing the stones to the surface. And that's that done. I've just got to wait for it to dry, and then I'll take out the woodwork. Coming even closer to me. It's right next to my foot. So that's the end of it. As you can see, I've rendered both the sides, I've done the back. I'm not going to bother showing you. I've put the very last tip of some tiles on the end here just to hide the top edge of this last tile. And it's all done, it's all working.
We have a lizard currently living in here.
Well, yeah, we found one up here the other day, and we've got one in my workshop actually. There's a lovely couple that run around together, and they're getting about that big now. They've been here for several years. We've got them all over the place. We like seeing them around, which is quite nice, isn't it? So, thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye. Ciao.